Hi and welcome to this episode of Hoogie TV where we support parents to thrive. Have you had something happen to you as a mum and it occupies your thoughts and your mind for days or sometimes even weeks? It's usually because our inner voice has gone to town on a party bus and is honking the horn to "I will survive." I'm going to share with you 3 tips today to tame that voice and switch Gloria Gaynor's "I will survive" to Pharrell Williams' "I'm happy." How does that sound? Great. So we've all heard that inner voice that says you failed as a mum. Even if you don't hear the inner voice, it might come out in the words that you say. I feel so bad. How could I have been so stupid? What is wrong with me? Have you heard those words? When we let our inner voice run wild, it claims big stakes in our lives. It makes us believe things that are simply not true, and then we react from that place, often snapping at people around us, our kids, our husband, for no apparent reason. I got on the bus with a gorgeous mum this week, and she had booked lunch orders from the school canteen for her children. This particular day, all lunch orders were cancelled because it was sports day and everyone was to take a packed lunch. Then as the day approached, the adverse weather conditions resulted in the sports day being cancelled, and she assumed the lunch orders would be reinstated. They weren't. That day, her children went without lunch. As she reflected this experience with me, she was still devastated that they had been at school all day without lunch. Making sure the children are fed well is important to her, as it is many of us. So the whole of the next day, she said she still couldn't believe they'd gone to school with no lunch. She felt so bad. She lost focus at work. She kept repeating what had happened to her husband. It was consuming her. It took her husband to snap and say, "There are starving kids in Africa, you know, and you're worried about the kids going without food for one day," to allow her to gain perspective and snap out of it. So how do we tame the inner voice and snap out of these situations ourselves without waiting for someone to get annoyed and tell us? Step 1. Now that you know what you are looking for, become aware of the words that you say. I feel so bad. How could I have been so stupid? Step 2. Ask yourself a couple of questions. What's the real go here? Jot down the facts of the situation, e.g. I ordered food, it was cancelled, etc. And ask yourself if you could have done anything differently. If yes, identify what it is. For example, in this situation, it may have been that the lovely mum could have double-checked the order or notified the school to let parents know in future. And step 3, say thank you for the experience. I've learned what I need to and I'm now moving on. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed these 3 tips, and I look forward to hearing how you are taming your inner voice and whipping it into line. As always, love to hear your experiences, so please share them on the blogs in the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you next time.